The 2022 NBA Draft is known for its high-flying dunkers, talented scorers, but most importantly, its versatile defenders. So today, I'll be ranking the top 10 best rookie defenders. Number 10, Ayo Dosunmu. This rookie is a fan favorite of the Chicago Bulls. Although he's only 6'5", he has a 6'10" wingspan, which allows him to intercept passing lanes and alter shots very easily and efficiently. He's able to read passing lanes well and is a great help defender. He also has great lateral quickness, so it's not easy for guards to blow by him. And he's a versatile defender because of his wingspan. He averages 1 steal and 3.5 rebounds per 36 minutes. Number 9, Jalen Suggs. Jalen Suggs has been one of the rather disappointing players of this draft, but something that he does very well is defend at a high rate. He was drafted 5th overall by the Orlando Magic. Although the Orlando Magic is filled with a lot of promising young guards, Jalen Suggs is the one who guards the best guards on the other team. He averages about 1.3 steals per game and 3 defensive boards per game. Opponents average 39% from the field and 29% from 3 when they're guarded by him. He gets about 2.2 deflections per game. Number 8, Cade Cunningham. Cade Cunningham was the first overall pick in this draft class, and after a slow start to the season, he's been playing very well. He's playing great defense on the opposing team's best guards. He also grabs the defensive boards as he averages 4.6 of them per game. He's compared to Grant Hill on defense. He's also very good at switching on defense and still being able to force opponents into a tough shot. He can also play some very good team defense. Number 7, Franz Wagner. Franz Wagner is a surprising name for the Rookie of the Year campaign. He was picked 8th in the draft by the Orlando Magic, and his opponents shoot 38% from the field and 25% from deep when they guarded by him. He's one of the most versatile defenders in the NBA right now. For example, RJ Barrett shot 2 for 11, Malik Beasley 1 for 4, LaMelo Ball 0 for 3 when they are being closely guarded by Franz Wagner. Number 6, Jonathan Kuminga. Jonathan Kuminga doesn't play as much as the other rookies on this list, but that's because he's on a contending team in the Warriors. But that doesn't mean he doesn't play a big role on the Warriors. He was picked 7th overall in this draft class. He is compared to Giannis Antetokounmpo on defense, as he has the speed, length, and strength similar to Giannis. He's 6'8" with a 6'11" wingspan. Recently, his teammate Draymond Green explained why Kuminga can become an elite defender. He said, "I have no doubt in my mind that he can check just about anybody. He has the size, strength, quickness, and length. Everything you want in a defender, he kinda has. He's going to be a hell of a defender as he figures out angles and where guys like to get to. He'll continue to get better and better." Number 5, Chris Duarte. Chris Duarte was the 13th overall pick in the draft by the Number 5, Chris Duarte. Chris Duarte was the 13th pick in the draft by the Indiana Pacers. He's the oldest player in the draft at the age of 24. He's the best 3-and-D player of this draft class. He's known for being a wing stopper on the defensive side. He averages 1.3 steals and 4.3 defensive boards per 36 minutes of gameplay. He does not guard the best player on the opposition team, as Malcolm Brogdon is also known for being a wing stopper, but he does guard the better role players on that team. For example, in a recent outing against Boston, he held Grant Williams to 4 points. Number 4, Davion Mitchell. Davion Mitchell was the 9th pick in the draft by the Kings. Davion is one of the older players in this draft, like Chris Duarte, as he's 23 years old. Davion Mitchell is probably the best perimeter rookie defender. Davion Mitchell is probably the best rookie perimeter defender. He's a pesky on-ball defender and intercepts the passing lanes. He plays with good efficiency because he averages 0.6 steals for every turnover. He's a vocal leader on the defensive side of the ball. His style of defense is similar to Lou Dortz of the OKC Thunder or Gary Payton II of the Golden State Warriors. but his former head coach Luke Walton compares him to Ron Artest. Number 3, Scotty Barnes. Scotty Barnes is a top candidate for Rookie of the Year, and a big reason for that is his defense. He's quick enough to defend guards, long enough to defend forwards, and strong enough to guard centers. According to StatMuse, his defensive rating is 111.1, which is tied for first place with Herbert Jones among rookies. The reason he doesn't rank a little higher is for the simple fact that he's not the best defender on his team and does not have to be the anchor on the defensive side for the most part. He's very good at staying vertical to contest shots, which is something that most rookies lack on defense. He's also a very good interior defender, and he is amazing at absorbing the contact of opponents while they're trying to post him up. He and the next 2 rookies I'm going to talk about all have a great chance of winning all defensive NBA awards. Number 2, Herbert Jones. He is one of, if not the biggest surprises in this draft class, as he was a second-round pick. This comes as a surprise to a lot of people, as he's not as big of a name as Evan Mobley or Scotty Barnes, but I think he's the most underrated rookie in this year's draft class. The reason I have him so high up is because in his first season already, he has to be the defensive anchor on the New Orleans Pelicans. And he's also a great wing stopper. For example, he held OG Anunoby to 3 points in a recent matchup against the Raptors. Herbert Jones is the most flexible defender of this draft class. And what I mean flexible, I mean he can guard 1 through 5 very efficiently. Also, the reason he doesn't have so many blocked shots is because he forces opponents to give the ball away before he can block them. He leads all rookies in steals per game at 1.5 steals per game. Number 1, Evan Mobley. The Cavaliers are one of the better teams at defense this year, and a big reason for that is Evan Mobley. He's only 215 pounds, but is a top 5 interior defender right now. He's the best rookie defender because he's the most consistent defender among the rookies. He grabs around 6 defensive boards per game and averages 1.7 blocks per game. Evan Mobley consistently has to guard bigs in the paint. He's also taking the role of Rudy Gobert on the defensive side of the end on the Cavs. He has a legit conversation in the NBA All-Defensive Awards this year. He's very strong, which allows him to hold his own in the paint. He is a very good shot blocker, and his tremendous athleticism allows him to jump high enough to block those shots or change the shots around the rim. As I mentioned, he is a great interior defender, but he is able to switch onto wings and perimeter players and force them into contested jump shots instead of them beating him off the dribble.